Hi everyone, this is Marcia. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys didn't think I forgot about you. I know it's been 2 weeks since I posted a video on this channel. It's that time of year and there's a lot going on. And to be perfectly honest with you, I have tried to do this video several times and I have failed, I guess 3 or 4 times. It did not work out the way I wanted. But anyway, I hope you all are having a good day, and I hope you're ready for this 4th and final video on the mini Christmas tree ornaments, because we're going to finish this today. We're going to do the tree topper. It'll be the last piece, and I have a confession to make. I have not had time to do all of the Christmas tree, the little ball covers, you know, the ones, the green and pearl. I haven't had a chance to do all of those. But we'll make do with what we have, and I'll work on them, maybe for next year. Anyway, I am going to be inserting some pictures to show you where I got started with all of this. There is a necklace, and I will show you the picture, that had all of these pearls on it. And the chain was in bad shape, I think, but I wanted to use the pearls. I first started to do this project with just beading thread, and I had to put some of these on head pins. It just wasn't stable enough. Even with that, I wasn't happy with it. So I got this from the Dollar Tree. It was in 2 parts, as you can see. It's 3-dimensional. They have it here, but I like the larger point at the bottom. So I thought, well, even though I don't like it, this will add some stability. And this is what happened. I guess this would have been acceptable. It goes like this. Still, wasn't happy. So I'm going to be taking this apart and just reusing those beads. I didn't want to use wire to begin with. All wire, but that's how it ended up. This is what I'm going to be doing. This is just craft wire, silver tone craft wire. It is, I think I measured 18 gauge, 18 or 19. So, you know, I think it was 19 gauge, but if you have 18 gauge wire, even better, because the higher the number, the thinner the wire, and the lower the number, the thicker the wire. So, in case you didn't know that. So, anyway, to start this, I cut 4 pieces at 6 inches long. And the only thing, I guess y'all can do this. I looked for my bead reamer and couldn't find it because I needed to drill an additional hole in this. We had the vertical hole, or you could do horizontal, however you want, but I'm calling it vertical. And I needed the horizontal, and I was going to take my bead reamer and go through this, and I couldn't find my bead reamer. And my awl, which I did find, which I have no idea where it is now, that does not, a bead reamer and a bead awl, they're different. My husband drilled out the hole for me. So I have both vertical and horizontal, we'll call them spokes, but pieces to hold, let me get this back out, to hold the beads. And so it'll give me this Bethlehem star effect that I want to make. Right? What is more perfect or appropriate for a Christmas tree by way of a star than the Bethlehem star? It is the star that led the 3 wise men to the baby Jesus in the manger. So that's what I'm going with. So the other 2 pieces, like I said, it started off with just a 6-inch. I had to do some working with this. I folded it in half and I put a crimp bead on it. Took it down. I smushed this in enough just to where it would fit inside. I could push that inside. And then I just kind of molded this. I will be doing more playing with this wire as I go along because they have to be in the center of these 2. And I'll do that as I go along. But I made 2 of them, and that's how I did it. I just folded it in half, used this to get my ring. You see, get my loop at the bottom, crimp that on, and I had to smush it just a little bit to get it inside the bead. But that's how that works. So I'm going to give you the sizes of the beads that I'm working with. Of course, depending on what you have, how big you want to make it, how small you want to make it, you can use any size beads you want. But this large bead is 21 millimeters. Why is it that does not sound right? No, that's 21 millimeters. And then we have a medium size, which is 14 millimeters. Then we have the next smaller size, which is 12 millimeters. And then we have the smallest one, which is 10. So 10, 12, 14, and 21. I got to get that bead. Okay, so I am going to start putting these beads on. I'm going to... I clean these beads and they still have some yuck. Okay, this is how. This is, I put one of the 14 millimeter, then two of the 12, and then one, and I put this piece in first. And like I said, that will have to be worked with as we go along. So that is going to be one section. I'm trying to think. I'm going to do both. I'm not going to do like this. It has a longer point on one side. They're both going to be the same. Just like I would with any piece of jewelry. Let me make sure this is... I'm going to put a loop at this end. I really don't like the loops to show, but I don't know how else I can do it. I'm just going to bend this over at the very tip, as small as I can. Straighten that out. So, and you know, someone suggested, it was Faith Robin, suggested with another piece that I did that I could maybe glue a seed bead on the end or something like that. And you know, if you know there's little crystals, the little rhinestones, the peel and stick, you could always take a tiny one, maybe a 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter. Let's see what this is. Yeah, that's about a 3 millimeter, and or whatever, and just place it on top there. So anyway, that's going to lock that in place, and I'm going to do the same at this end. 1, 2, and 3. So we'll have 4 sections like this way and this way, and oh, nope. Make sure I get this in first. Put this in, because this will help lock that in place. So one, looks kind of like a spider, doesn't it? No spider, star. Haven't done any decorating yet, but I'm going to go ahead and do some of this on camera. Then I'm going to finish it up off camera, and I'm going to put all of these ornaments on the tree, and then I'll probably just show you a picture of the tree at the end. Time is running out for me. I got to get this done. Okay, so let's see. I got to make sure I keep this. I have my cutters. I probably only need about 1/4 of an inch, maybe just a little bit more. I could always tweak it by taking some off. So I'm going to snip that. And I knew 6 inches would probably be more than I needed, but I wanted to err on the side of caution. You know, you can take some off if it's too long. You can't put some back on if it's too short. So, and I think this might be a little too long, but we'll see. Actually, no, I think it's perfect. All right. Well, we're making progress. After so many fails, it's and I still don't know how I'm going to attach this. Probably with just another piece of wire. I can always figure out other ways another time. Alrighty, so let's do this side. We're going to do the same thing as we did here. With one of the 14 millimeter, two of the 12, and one of the 10 millimeter. And then we are going to put our loop at this one in. Reason I'm doing that is when you use these, depending on what size you use, you're either going to get a flat edge or you're going to get a point. And I don't want the point. I don't think it much matters on this, but I mean, I like it clean. We'll do that. So besides, you know, I've had to use the wire. I didn't find this wire, although I did find some craft wire, but I think it was gold and copper. And I finished my sentence. I didn't find them in a jewelry jar. Okay. Okay. We can do this. Come on. So I'll make my loop. Normally I do my 90-degree bend, but it really doesn't matter. You can do it before or after. I know I posted on my other channel, I am never ready for Christmas. You know it's coming every year, but you always think, at least I always think, okay, I got time, I've got time. Oh, I'm out of time. Oh, that's just about every year for me. I mean, I need to close it up a little bit more. Every time I do this, I'm bending my wire. Okay, so we've got some flexibility here, and we're going to do the same on this side. I'm going to need, okay, before we do that, I want to show, because I'm going to have to get some of those other beads, I'm going to show you what we did. On these ones that come on the sides here, we are not going to be using that 14 millimeter. We're going to start with a 12. Actually, we're going to put two 12s and a 10 on. Is that what I did? Let me check this. Yeah, two 12s and a 10. Because these points of the star are shorter. So, with that, now that you know how I'm going to do it, I'm going to go ahead off camera and I'm going to finish it off. I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, I am not finished, but I just wanted to come back on and show you how that's going to look. And I might have to put some wire between this bar that's connecting these two and here to, you know, so they won't spin around. But when it's all said and done, when all the beads are on, I'll be able to determine whether or not I need to do additional finagling to keep it stable. But anyway, that is what it's looking like so far, and I think it's going to be very pretty. So let me finish up and I'll be back. All right, I think this is going to be a finished project. It's still a little bit wobbly, but I think once it's on the tree, I shored up some of these sides with some more wire, and yes, I guess some of the wire is more noticeable. I probably should have put this one behind, but I didn't, and for what it's worth, that is my tree topper. Yeah, it's bendable. And I just added a piece of wire to the back. First, I made a coil, but I was having trouble with that. Oh my goodness. It's always, you know, go to plan B. So I just added probably another 6 inches and just like a bread tie, you know, just wound it behind here. And then I can put it on the top of my branch. And from afar, I think it will be just fine. So the next time you see this, it will be on the top of the tree. I am not going to decorate it on camera because, like I said, this has just been one fail after another. And it's supposed to be fun. And fails are not fun. It's okay. I shouldn't call them fails. They weren't meant to be. I'm calling this finished. This will be pretty once it's on the tree. I'll get all of the other ornaments on the tree, and I will put a picture in at the very end. So that's it. That's the holiday series, the Christmas series for mini Christmas tree ornaments. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned from my mistakes. Maybe you have some better ideas that you can share with me, or maybe you can, start with what I am doing here and improve upon it. So whatever you do, yes, don't let it stress you out. Have fun and have a very Merry Christmas, everyone. Till that next video, bye-bye.